Hi, welcome to Worldwide Matters. What is going on in Sudan? It all revolves around fighting between two rival groups, the Sudanese army and a paramilitary group known as the SREFs, or Rapid Support Forces. Since a coup in the country in 2021, which ended a transitional government put in place after the fall of longtime dictator Omar al-Bashir. 2 years earlier, Sudan has been run by the army, with coup leaders General Abdullah Fattah Burhan as de facto ruler. The SREFs, led by General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, who is generally known by the name Hemedtia, has worked alongside the Sudanese armies to help keep the military in power. Following Bashir's ouster, the political transition was supposedly to result in selections by the end of 2023, with Burhan promising a transitional to civilian rule, but it appears that neither Burhan nor Dagalo has any intention of relinquishing power. Moreover, they are locked in a power struggle that turned violent on April 15, 2023. Since then, members of the SREFs and the Sudanese army have engaged in gunfight in the capital, Khartoum, as well as elsewhere in the country. Over the course of 3 days, the violence has spiraled. The recent background to the violence was disagreements over how SREFs paramilitaries should be incorporated into the Sudanese army. Tensions boiled over after the SREFs started deploying members around the country and in Khartoum without the expressed permission of the army, but in reality, the violence has been brewing for a whole in Sudan, with concern overall. The SREF seeking to control more of the country's economic assets, notably its gold mines. The developments in Sudan over the last few days are not food for the street ability of the nation or its prospects for any transition of democratic rule. People are making desperate attempts to flee Sudan. After more than a week of fighting there, the situation was now untenable for civilians left without food or water, and some hospitals had stopped working. Convoys leaving the capital, Khartoum, had encountered robbers and looting. People getting out office. Khartoum spoke of corpses left lying on the street. We saw bodies everywhere. There's no security whatsoever, so nobody dares go collect them. But there's utter destruction too. Everything is just devastated. South African diplomatic Clayton Moniela said, all routes out of Khartoum, a city of 6 million people, were risky and dangerous. Many countries has trying to evacuate their people. India has sent a heavy lift aircraft to Saudi Arabia and a ship to the coast of Sudan to begin evacuation of its nationals who were caught in war-torn Sudan. The Ministry of External Affairs said on April 23, the moves are part of India's plans to activate a contingency plan to evacuate peoples from the war-torn country once the security situation improves. As part of our preparations, and in order to move swiftly, the government of India is pursuing multiple options. 2 Indian Air Force C-130 are currently positioned on standby in Jeddah, and in Sameda has reached Port Sudan, the Ministry of External Affairs has said. Giving out the details, the Ministry of External Affairs said contingency plans for the evacuation of Indians have been put in place, but any movement on the ground would depend on the security situation. If you like this videos, then subscribe and share this channel for this type of knowledgeable videos.